What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Hey Baby, back again. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 things you probably did not know about the Ladies Bitch podcast, but I'm going to do it ASMR style, whispering, and I'm going to also be tapping this new Halloween lip kit that I bought via TikTok. So, let's get into it. So, if you are a avid listener, a Ladies Bitch podcast from day one, you know that a Ladies Bitch podcast streamed its first episode on March 8th, 2020, during the pandemic. And it was myself and my original co-host, Lexi the Savage. Shout out to her. We started potting right before New York City shut down. And when everything shut down, we started recording in hotel rooms that we rented each week, so we wouldn't lose the momentum that we had built for 3 months before we actually dropped our first episode. So if you go back and listen to episodes 3 to 10, they were all recorded in the hotel room that we would rent each week. It was until episode 10, I believe, back in the lab, when we finally were able to go back in the studio and continue to record. But yeah, we never stopped. We were essential workers on and off the mic. One of our most popular episodes is episode 97, Drunken Spelling Bee. A lot of people actually hit us up and said how much they enjoyed it, how much they laughed, and that we were crazy. We definitely coined the phrase with the and 204 episodes in. Yeah, we have definitely earned that phrase. But if you've never heard the episode, you want a good laugh with myself, Lexi the Savage, and Dork Daddy, tune into episode 97, Drunken Spelling Bee. Definitely had a lot of other podcasters as guests on our show, but one of our very, very first pod friends that I personally made and networked with and became friends with was Styles from the Brunch Hour podcast. He was the very, very first person, a podcaster and friend that reached out to us and basically gave us our flowers and said how much he enjoyed us. Styles is someone dear to me and someone that I consider a pod bro. More than a pod bro, it's just a bro friend. And yeah, Brunch Hour podcast. Make sure you guys check them out. A great pod. Something else you probably did not know about the Ladies Bitch podcast is a lot of the behind the scenes foolery that would take place, and sometimes boo-boos would arise, and one of those boo-boos is recording, or so we thought we were recording, and then realizing 20 to 30 minutes in that we actually did not hit record. And that was super frustrating for myself because I was definitely very, and I still am, very, very anal about the podcast. They would call me Ike Turner. So, having to re-record, and just a lot of the things that were said were initially so organic, and having to re-record just wouldn't hit the same. So that was kind of frustrating. It's just something that we learned along the way as we continued to pod. Another thing you might not know, or you might know if you're an avid listener, is that Lexi, Dork Daddy, Dory, myself, we are all from New York City, Bronx, New York, born and raised. And Dory actually joined the podcast in mid 2023, and she started out just being a guest because she actively had a blog by the name of Silent Confessions. She eventually just stuck with the podcast, and the listeners really liked her, and they liked her content and her stories. So she stayed along, and she's the co-host that I now have on the Ladies Bitch podcast. I love everyone that has been a part of this journey for the past 5 years. ups and downs, losing goals, getting goals, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. As much as sometimes I want to hang it up and just let go of the pot, I just think about how much passion I have for it and how I know that this is something that I want to do and I definitely want to continue growing. So I thank everyone that has been a part of the Ladies Bitch podcast journey for the past going on 5 years. So thank you guys. This is your girl Haiti Baby. Make sure you check out our latest episode on all streaming platforms. See you next time.
Right?
Yeah, and then you said, excuse me?
But I was doing it anyway.
Oh my God! What's wrong with this girl? Woman!
Ike and Ike at it again.